Now, in order to see the PowerPivot potential for this particular data, to develop the earlier data I've worked on, to add a field, we see here in the data a timestamp, the energy released by the whatever it is, the solar panel, and I've added a column called weather conditions ID. I don't know how appropriate that is. It's not my area of expertise, but I'm assuming on the weather conditions ID, one has the following, there we go, sunny, cloudy, and mixed. So one wants to track the amount of power output during a certain weather condition. But notice that they are in two different sheets. So what happens with PowerPivot, and we're going to close this now, we'll save this and we're going to close it. Okay. So with PowerPivot, brand new document, we're going to create a comparison. Notice I have my PowerPivot ribbon up. To see how to activate that, please see the appropriate video in my selection. Happy to include the link in the description. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to data over here. We're going to get data from file, from an Excel workbook. Right, and I'm going to go and find that file. If I remember where I put it. Okay, I think I put it into this go reworked 2. There we go. Import that. Now what happens is Power Query is activated, and when Power Query is activated, it picks up all those sheets. There's the main sheet, so I'm going to actually look at that sheet. I'm not going to do any transformation of data. The data is fine, so I'm going to load that. Okay, let's select multiple items. Load HH, and it was sheet 4, if you recall. There we go. And we're going to load, right? Or load 2. Let's rather do that. I don't want to only create the connection. I actually want to create a full table, which takes up more space, but that's fine. New worksheet, always make sure that this is ticked, and I think by default in 2019, 2021 versions, it is now by default ticked. Okay, click on OK. Power Query is working, it's loading the data, and we'll see here we have to now create a marriage. So we get also converts to table. So we've got HH over there, and we've got sheet 4 over there. Just to remind you, this is a timestamp, the energy release, and I've got a weather condition ID over there. Okay, and it's actually listed those weather conditions. Okay, accordingly. There we go. So we now need to create the relationship. So I'm going to go to management of my files, and I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to go to diagram view, and you'll see here. If you work with Power BI, it will automatically create the marriage, but with PowerPivot, you have to do it. So weather condition ID. Okay, weather conditions ID. There we go. And I've created the marriage between the two. So it's a 1 to infinity. Okay, 1 to many. Okay, that's important. It can't be the other way around. Go back to my data view, and I can generate my pivot table right from here. So we go and create my pivot table, new worksheet, click on OK. And only the ones with the little yellow barrels indicating the data, the relational data. Okay, I can use the other two you shouldn't use. Okay, so I'm going to put timestamp down here. And I'm going to put, it's day, hour, it breaks it down, very clever, day and hour, okay, and then the energy released, okay, the values. So there we go, there's the energy released on the 7th of April, etc., okay, during the hours on the 8th of April, etc. So how well is that working? Excellent. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to create a slicer. So I'm going to close this down. My Power Query window, I'm also going to close down over there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a slicer. So let's go and insert a slicer. And remember, it's based on that and based on the weather condition. Okay, ID. Okay, all right, and okay. Not ideal, no. I actually want to base it on the weather condition itself. Okay, so let's go and insert the slicer again. Will I be able to do that? Weather conditions ID, all. Let's go to all. There, weather conditions. There we go. No, still not right. Okay, let's get it right. Okay, insert slicer. Which one was it now? Okay, if I click on all over here, weather conditions, how about that one? Well, that was sunny, so we can see that. In fact, we can slice it and dice it accordingly. But let's pick the right one. I'm sure I put in the sunny versus this, that, and the other. So let's go and see. Insert. Which one did I? Timestamp art, timestamp, weather conditions ID, all. Column 2 must be that one. There we go. All right. That's much better. So I can actually generate a graph. Okay, so let's insert a graph there. Do a little bit of a dashboard over here. So let's put the graph. Recommended charts. Okay, on a line chart, we'll go there. All right, so on my line chart over there, my slices over here, and watch here for cloudy. It's as follows. For mixed, it's as follows. It's for sunny, it's as follows. How cool is that? Okay, having done that, well done.